Hi again. In this short video, I'm going to show you how to enlarge the line drawing for this project. This was my original line drawing, but what you have received is a file that is going to show you this. If you take it to your regular printer, this is the size that's going to come out of your printer. As you can see, it's far too small. So I'm going to give you options to see how you can enlarge it to make it this size. For example, if you have a large printer at home that can print 11 by 17 paper, you can see that's the perfect size to enlarge it for our project. You will hit 127% enlargement, and you will choose the option scale to fit. That should give you a template with this size. Easy to trace, no problem. But I realize that most people don't have a large printer at home like me. I just have a regular one. So we have options. Obviously, since this is too small, we need to enlarge it. So what can we do? If I hit in my regular printer, I hit enlarge 127%, this is what's going to give me. You're gonna see there's gonna be missing sections of the painting. So for me, it will be fine. I will just trace this and just kind of wing the rest. It's easy enough. But if you have trouble with that, you prefer to complicate your life a little bit more, you might want to print the two templates that I send you with the rest of the files. You will see that one template shows this side, the other template shows this side. If you put them together, you align them together, you can see that I traced that, well, that little red line with the dots over there is there for many reasons, but one of them is so you can align the drawing. You follow the lines until I align. I see more or less. When you think you are correct, okay, so it took a little time to figure it out against the window, but I finally aligned them correctly. So they are aligned, so I can now tape them together so they don't move. Okay, there we go. Let's say one here. One here, and one here. Now, when you look against the window or against your light box, you notice that the area where they overlap gets much darker. So you really don't need that extra section, okay? Because it's already on the other side. So you might want to trim off any excess like this, take off this section, and then you'll be able to go either to a window or to your light box. It's important that you choose what side of the paper you're going to use. I personally prefer the bumpy side, meaning you can see against the light the more grain texture. The other side has a smoother appearance. That's the side that they tell you you should paint on. But I personally find that the bumpy side allows the paint to disperse more evenly. And I find that the colors are more brilliant that way. It's my own perception. But I noticed that the block, for example, Arches watercolor paper on the block comes on the bumpy side up. But when you buy the sheets, the watermark is on the other side. So it's confusing. Anyway, in any case, I always use the bumpy side. Find it is much friendlier. Okay, so if you have a light box, it makes your life much easier. Obviously, I trace my the perimeter of my painting there. I'm gonna flip it over. I'm going to put this on the back. As you can see, because it's two of them, it's not going to show, you'll see, it's not going to show as well on this side. And I have all the lights on, so it's going to be difficult for you to see. Let me, here we go, boom, there we go. You can see that in that section it's a little darker, so it's up to you. If you have a light box, It might simplify your life if you trim that off, that excess on that side of the paper here. But I think you can see well enough where to place it. But you need to make sure that you place it center correctly. Remember that line that we have there? That's to show you the horizontal. Because if that line is crooked, the bust is going to be crooked. That line is to tell you if you have positioned this in the right place. I'm looking at this distance, I'm looking at this distance. Okay, I'll move it this way a little bit. I'm looking at this distance, I'm looking here. Say, oh good, I like to be close to the bottom here. I don't mind if I have a little bit more on the top. That looks pretty even, but I want to make sure that it's set straight. So I'm going to measure from that line, or in this case, this line too, if you want to, from that line to the bottom of my paper. It tells me 18.7. I look here, I measure, I say 18.7, perfect. I am completely set straight. So I'm going to tape it down to the paper so it doesn't move. And now it's all set to be traced, okay? That will give you just the size of the image that you want, and you'll be all set to go, okay? I hope this video was helpful for you, and I'll see you in the next video.